Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me in my video series of Soulmate Magnetizing Secrets. This is part 2, and this is going to be all about a particular activation that we're going to do to magnetize to our soulmate. I'm Cynthia Clark, Intuitive Life Coach, and you can find me over at soulmate.support. And this is actually one trick that I used personally to attract my soulmate. And so I want you first to just understand that, okay, in our last video, we talked about ways that we block our soulmate relationship. So we talked about insecurity, we talked about not being ready, we talked about emotional detachment, and we also talked about how you think and focus your energy on what you don't want rather than what you do want. So those ways are all creating blockages to your soulmate. So this is an uncommon thing that most people don't realize is that your hands actually reflect all different aspects of yourself. So when you, so we looked at specific markers in your hands. Those are just reflecting different ways that you are blocking yourself. And your hands are the roadmap and the mirror to your soul. But they also can work in the reverse, okay? So as you activate or deactivate things in your hands, you can actually open up different energies subconsciously. Okay, so because what we want to do is we want to become resonant with our ideal partner. In other words, we want to vibrate energetically as a match to that perfect partner. And you can identify your perfect partner also in your hands through your hand shape archetypes, through your heart line, and through partner preferences. And if you want to know more about this, you can refer to my other video series about picking your perfect partner. So we're not going to get into that right now. We're just going to look at how can we activate through magnetizing to our soulmate. Okay, so one way to do this is what I call ring activation. Okay, so when you put a ring on your finger, it does more than just look pretty on your hand. Okay, it's actually sending a signal through that finger because all of your fingers actually represent different aspects of yourself. Okay, so we're activating different energies when we put a ring on a specific finger. Okay, so one thing that I did was I put a ring on my wedding finger, and I don't recommend putting a wedding ring here because that could look like you're already married, which we don't want to confuse people that way. But I would pick something like this ring here. This is a beautiful garnet ring. Or you could pick a ruby or, maybe your birthstone, anything that you find attractive. And if you're a man, maybe you want to just, well, we'll talk about the next thing for you guys. You might not want to wear just a simple ring because it's harder to tell for men. But anyway, so you put this ring on your ring finger, your Apollo finger, and this is what I call a space holder ring. Okay, and it's basically telling the universe, hey, guess what? I want to get married. I want to find that soulmate partner, and I want to be building up my security, okay? Because the Apollo finger represents your outward expression of yourself. Okay, so we found insecurity actually was on Jupiter, but we compare with Apollo, and Apollo is like how we're presenting ourselves to the world. Okay, so if you put a ring here, it's holding the space to activate, hey, guess what? I'm projecting this new energy of I'm attracting my soulmate. Okay, so If you currently do not have any rings on this finger, give it a try. Okay, I call it the space holder ring, and it did work for me. And of course, I took it off when I actually got engaged to my beautiful soulmate, who is now my husband. Another way that you can activate through rings is your little finger, okay, little Mercury. He's your finger of communication. And so this is also your intimacy finger, and there's so much juicy information in your little finger. But to activate it, you can put your ring on your passive hand. Okay, so if you're right-handed, you probably want to put it on your left hand, or vice versa. If you're left-handed, put it on your right hand. Just one ring, by the way. If you put it on both little fingers, that means you're married to your work. Okay, so don't do that. Just one ring, okay? So put it on your passive hand and see how it feels, because you're activating the energy of intimacy and you're opening up, okay, I'm no longer detaching myself emotionally to a partner. Okay, so this is one simple little trick that you can do to magnetize to your soulmate. So I hope it's helpful for you. And in the next video, we're actually going to be doing a meditation to connect to our soulmate and magnetize to our lover's archetype. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Cynthia Clark, and you can find me at soulmate.support, and I hope you have a wonderful day.